Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm recording this on my phone because my camera died. Animal Crossing New Horizons definitely had its peak in 2020. It was everywhere, everyone was playing it, especially during quarantine and the whole COVID thing. And here we are 2 years later, and the game is, it's definitely still out there. People definitely still play it. I'm one of those people. But it's not as popular as it used to be. But lately, Animal Crossing New Horizons has kind of had a little bit of a resurgence, if you know what I mean. Recently, I've just been looking at like YouTube and Twitter, and I'm seeing a lot of people talk about mods in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I'm like, mods? Huh? When I think of mods in games, I think of like Minecraft, but Animal Crossing? No. The mods in Animal Crossing, that has never just hit my brain. Today we're going to be talking about the best mods in Animal Crossing New Horizons that I've seen lately that are just top tier, like, whoa. Let's start this off by, what are mods in Animal Crossing? Despite New Horizons, mods have been in Animal Crossing for quite some time now. Back during the launch of Animal Crossing New Leaf, people were very, very satisfied with the game. It was such an amazing game. It's definitely better than New Horizons, but of course, like any game, it can get boring after playing it continuously. So people, aka modders, took it upon themselves to actually make Animal Crossing New Leaf better by introducing mods. Some people will do some crazy things like changing certain villagers, adding old ones from previous games, adding items like grapes and rainbow flowers, and even creating super overgrown towns with plants in the water. And this was a really, really big thing for a long time, especially because New Leaf was a very, very good game, but it was lacking a lot, and people took it upon themselves to add more to the game and keep playing it by mods. But of course, all good things come to an end, and Nintendo picked up on the whole modding thing, and I believe Nintendo actually went and started striking down people who were modding their 3DS. Now fast forwarding all the way to 2020 with the release of New Horizons, it was everywhere, everyone was playing it, and modding kind of just was pushed aside. But of course, like any game, people are gonna, do what they want to do with it. And the first ever experience that was ever introduced in the game that had to do with modding was in fact star trees. So star trees were literally just trees that grew the star fragments on them. That's all they were. But the thing is, it was really interesting because it was different and they were cute, and they also fit a lot of people's island themes, so they would use that on their island to decorate. They also would start putting different items on trees, like these little heart things and just different things in general, which is really, really cool. Until Nintendo realized that people were once again modding, so I think Nintendo struck that down too with several updates and patched it. And personally, during that time, I thought star trees were like an actual thing in the game, and Nintendo was just like, no, let's delete that. That's just not good enough. And I was like,
why would they delete that? That's like actually cool.
But apparently it was a mod, and I had no idea. And now fast forwarding all the way to 2022, 2 years later after New Horizons came out, and we're going to be looking at some of the best mods in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about this and different things by different people that people have made, but I'm going to be talking about one specific person that has been making the best mods, and that is Crystal Cat on Twitter. Not just Crystal Cat, but the whole entire modding community has made some fantastic things, but we're going to be touching on just Crystal Cat today because she's kind of just the main person I've been seeing doing all this stuff. One of the main things that Crystal Cat introduced was strawberries. Like, are you kidding me? Strawberries in Animal Crossing? Why isn't that even a thing? Like, why did we have to mod to get that? How a mod works in Animal Crossing New Horizons especially is it'll take one item and replace it with the other. So with strawberries, for instance, they replaced the tomato plant. So whenever you would place a tomato plant, you would get the strawberries. So Crystal Cat actually posts all of their mods on Twitter. So if you are interested, you can definitely go look at them. But what it looks like is Crystal Cat is adding a ton of items that should just be in the game in general. Now we talked about strawberries, but you can also have bananas on your island and lemons. Like, first of all, why did we not even get that in the first place? Because, lemons were in literally previous games. And one thing that I also really like about Animal Crossing New Horizons is that I love the graphics. And one thing they did really, really good with is the plants and even like plant furniture items. But there definitely obviously is a lot that we're lacking. Crystal Cat actually took it upon themselves to add a bunch of greenery items. Like this little like table with like the little watering can in the bucket, like that is insane. And they also just added a bunch of crazy furniture, like the bike with like the flowers on the front and even sunflowers. And I know there's probably a bunch of other modders that I can credit. I don't really know who to credit, but Crystal Cat is probably the main person I've seen doing these insane mods in Animal Crossing. They even took it upon themselves to take things from the inside of stores and like the little mail post thing that's in the airport. And of course, I'm gonna link Crystal Cat down below. If you can check out all their mods, they're insane. Like everything I'm looking at right now is so cool. And obviously with any huge game, there's a community that goes along with it. And so let's talk about the community response. It looks like the community is definitely half and half with this whole situation, and personally, I don't see any problem with modding Animal Crossing because Animal Crossing is one of those games where there's always something that you can add. And what's better than the players themselves actually creating some really creative things to add to this already amazing game? You know, modding has been such a big thing with any Nintendo game, especially in the past, especially with games like Splatoon. So I'm not sure if Nintendo's going to actually crack down on this at all, but me personally, I don't think I'd mod my own Switch just because I don't care that much to do it. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool to see a lot of the creative things people are making and just enhancing this already amazing game. Are you gonna mod your Switch? Are you going to? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and you should also definitely subscribe to me because I am cool and awesome and I make videos and you should subscribe to me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!